Numbers chapter 3. The Levites set apart for service. Numbers 3 is a pivotal chapter that establishes the special role of the tribe of Levi. While the other tribes were numbered for battle, the Levites were numbered for service. They are set apart to assist Aaron and the priests, to care for the tabernacle, and to guard the sanctuary. The chapter also records the family lines of Levi, Gershon, Kohath, and Merari, and assigns specific duties to each clan. Finally, the Levites are taken in place of the firstborn of Israel, who belonged to the Lord because he spared them in Egypt. Let's dive into it with a humble heart. This is the account of the family of Aaron and Moses at the time the Lord spoke to Moses at Mount Sinai. The names of the sons of Aaron were Nadab, the firstborn, Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. Those were the names of Aaron's sons, the anointed priests, who were ordained to serve as priests. Nadab and Abihu, however, died before the Lord when they made an offering with unauthorized fire before him in the desert of Sinai. They had no sons, so Eleazar and Ithamar served as priests during the lifetime of their father, Aaron. The Lord said to Moses, "Bring the tribe of Levi and present them to Aaron the priest to assist him. They are to perform duties for him and for the whole community at the tent of meeting by doing the work of the tabernacle. They are to take care of all the furnishings of the tent of meeting, fulfilling the obligations of the Israelites by doing the work of the tabernacle. Give the Levites to Aaron and his sons. They are the Israelites who are to be given wholly to him. Appoint Aaron and his sons to serve as priests. Anyone else who approaches the sanctuary is to be put to death. Place of the first male offspring of every Israelite woman. The Levites are mine, for all the firstborn are mine. When I struck down all the firstborn in Egypt, I set apart for myself every firstborn in Israel, whether human or animal. They are to be mine. I am the Lord." The Lord said to Moses in the desert of Sinai, "Count the Levites by their families and clans. Count every male a month old or more." So Moses counted them as he was commanded by the word of the Lord. These were the names of the sons of Levi: Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. These were the names of the Gershonite clans, Libni and Shimei. The Kohathite clans, Amram, Ijar, Hebron, and Uzziel. The Merarite clans, Mali and Mushi. These were the Levite clans, according to their families. To Gershon belonged the clans of the Libnites and Shimites. These were the Gershonite clans. The number of all the males 1 month old or more who were counted was 7,500. The Gershonite clans were to camp on the west, behind the tabernacle. The leader of the families of the Gershonites was Eliasaph son of Lael. At the tent of meeting, the Gershonites were responsible for the care of the tabernacle and tent, its coverings, the curtain at the entrance to the tent of meeting, the curtains of the courtyard, the curtain at the entrance to the courtyard surrounding the tabernacle and altar, and the ropes and everything related to their use. To Kohath belonged the clans of the Amramites, Ijarites, Hebronites, and Uzzielites. These were the Kohathite clans. The number of all the males a month old or more was 8,600. The Kohathites were responsible for the care of the sanctuary. The Kohathite clans were to camp on the south side of the tabernacle. The leader of the families of the Kohathite clans was Elizaphan, son of Uzziel. They were responsible for the care of the ark, the table, the lampstand, the altars, the articles of the sanctuary used in ministering, the curtain, and everything related to their use. The chief leader of the Levites was Eleazar son of Aaron, the priest. He was appointed over those who were responsible for the care of the sanctuary. To Merari belonged the clans of the Malites and the Mushites. These were the Merarite clans. The number of all the males 1 month old or more who were counted was 6,200. The leader of the families of the Merarite clans was Zuriel, son of Abihail. They were to camp on the north side of the tabernacle. The Merarites were appointed to take care of the frames of the tabernacle, its crossbars, posts, bases, all its equipment, and everything related to their use, as well as the posts of the surrounding courtyard with their bases, tent pegs, and ropes. Moses and Aaron and his sons were to camp to the east of the tabernacle toward the sunrise, in front of the tent of meeting. They were responsible for the care of the sanctuary on behalf of the Israelites. Anyone else who approached the sanctuary was to be put to death. The total number of Levites counted at the Lord's command by Moses and Aaron according to their clans, including every male a month old or more, was 22,000. The Lord said to Moses, "Count all the firstborn Israelite males who are a month old or more and make a list of their names. Take the Levites for me in place of all the firstborn of the Israelites, and the livestock of the Levites in place of all the firstborn of the livestock of the Israelites. I am the Lord." So Moses counted all the firstborn of the Israelites, as the Lord commanded him. The total number of firstborn males a month old or more, listed by name, was 22,273. The Lord also said to Moses, "Take the Levites in place of all the firstborn of Israel, and the livestock of the Levites in place of their livestock." The Levites are to be mine. I am the Lord. To redeem the 273 firstborn Israelites who exceed the number of the Levites, collect 5 shekels for each one, according to the sanctuary shekel, which weighs 20 gerahs. Give the money for the redemption of the additional Israelites to Aaron and his sons. So Moses collected the redemption money from those who exceeded the number redeemed by the Levites. From the firstborn of the Israelites he collected silver weighing 365 shekels, according to the sanctuary shekel. Moses gave the redemption money to Aaron and his sons as he was commanded by the word of the Lord, lessons and teachings. 1. Every role in God's kingdom is essential. The Gershonites, the Kohathites, the Merarites, each had their assigned duties. 321 AM 37. The Gershonites carried curtains. The Kohathites carried the ark. The Merarites carried frames. Some roles were visible, some were hidden, but all were essential. Without the Gershonites, the tabernacle had no coverings. Without the Merarites, it had no structure. Without the Kohathites, the holy objects could not move. For us, do you feel your role is insignificant? Behind the scenes? Not glamorous? Remember, every role in God's kingdom is essential. The hidden work is just as important as the visible work, too. The Levites were set apart, not for battle, but for service. Take the Levites and present them to Aaron the priest to assist him. 3:6. The Levites were not counted in the census of fighting men. Their calling was different. They served the priests. They cared for the tabernacle. They guarded the sanctuary. Their service was no less important, just different. For us, not everyone is called to the same role. Some are called to fight. Some are called to serve. Some lead, some support. Do not compare your calling to another's. Faithfulness in your assigned role is what matters. 3. The Levites were substitutes for the firstborn. I have taken the Levites in place of all the firstborn of Israel. 3:12a. The firstborn of Israel belonged to God because he spared them in Egypt. But instead of taking the firstborn, God took the Levites. They stood in their place. They were substitutes. For us, this is the heart of the gospel. We deserve death, but Jesus stands in our place. He is our substitute. He took what we deserved. We receive what he earned. 4. Redemption requires a price. The redemption price for the 273 firstborn was 365 shekels of silver, 346 am 50. There were more firstborn than Levites. The extra firstborn could not be substituted. They had to be redeemed. And redemption required a price. 5 shekels each. Substitution is grace, redemption costs. For us, our redemption cost the life of Jesus. His blood was the price. Grace is free to us, but it was not cheap for him. Do not take redemption lightly. 5. The Levites were a gift to the priests. You shall give the Levites to Aaron and his sons. They are to be given to him from the Israelites. 3:9. The Levites were not just set apart for God. They were given as a gift to Aaron and the priests. No priest served alone. They had helpers, assistants, servants of the sanctuary. For us, God provides helpers for his work. No one serves in isolation. If you are a leader, thank God for those who assist you. If you are a helper, know that you are a gift from God to those you serve. 6. God's claim on his people is total. Every firstborn in Israel belongs to me. 3:13 a.m. God did not say some firstborn or the firstborn of the wealthy. He said every firstborn, all of them. Because he redeemed them from death in Egypt, they belong to him. For us, you belong to God, not partially, not conditionally, completely. He redeemed you, he bought you, he owns you. Live like someone who belongs to him. Let's continue studying the book of Numbers. Subscribe, like, comment, and hit notification button for more videos, more Bible study, and more Bible knowledge. We got you.